Old man yells at the clouds. Oh, I'm sorry. Biden says that Meta's decision to get rid of fact checkers is really shameful, which really, I mean, it speaks to the posture of the federal government that says, you know, they're no longer cooperating with us. And
so
that's
weird that he voted for Trump, and this is the way he's talking.
You know, you'd think that he'd be more friendly, that the Bidens would be more friendly to these developments. But no, it's. You want to go ahead and listen to this little bit of? You want to hear the old man poop his pants?
Would you comment on Meta's decision to end its fact-checking operations in the United States? Is that a good decision, in your opinion?
Well, look, the whole idea of walking away from fact-checking, as well as not reporting anything having to do with discrimination regarding to...
It's okay to laugh, guys.
He would never make it in the
TPS.
podcasting world.
I find to be just contrary to American justice, the way we talk about one another.
Dude, this is gross. This is
Telling
abuse,
the
dude.
truth matters. I mean, it's
You can see his mind just working overtime.
I know
to
I'm
try to
on national
formulate.
television, but you all are local reporters and national reporters. I'm not. This is not a real question, but what do you think? You think it doesn't matter that they
Squirrel
let
at
it
the
be printed,
control panel.
or millions of
sweating
people read
bullets
it,
right
things
now.
that are simply not true? I mean, I want to know what that's all about. It's just completely contrary to everything America's about. We want to tell the truth. We haven't always done it as a nation, but we want to tell the truth. And the idea that, you know, a billionaire can buy something and say, by the way, from this point on, we're not gonna fact check anything. And you know, when you have millions of people going online, reading this stuff, it is, anyway.
So
I
Joe
think
Biden
it's-
has come out against the freedom of the press and
Is
the
that what he
freedom of speech. I mean, that's what it sounded like to me.
I couldn't really tell.
I do like in the future that the people in charge are like, look, if you forget what you're saying, just ask the reporters what they think.
Yeah.
Man, what do y'all
The
think?
idea.
I mean, you know, the audacity of the old man to make some of those statements. I mean, I do think that he is aware of the things that he's saying at that time. I do think that he knows that he's saying, oh, you know, the fact checkers were actually fact checking. I think he knows that he's saying that. I don't know for sure if he knows that they weren't. And I don't know that he understands what like community notes actually is. And
I guarantee he doesn't know that. Yeah.
I mean that's the system that they're going to that Mark Zuckerberg was saying on the Joe Rogan podcast, that they're going to be implementing something similar to community notes where the actual users the actual users of Facebook. So I mean, what do you think you're going to get out of that? Yeah. But like the actual users are going to be upvoting and downvoting stuff. I assume that maybe he's going to it'll actually be on Instagram where it'll get, you know, normal stuff, because it's just going to be Boomerville on Facebook, but
right,
you know, things that Nana believes. But
I will be honest, I don't like the way that community notes are used on X. It seems like the most part they're just kind of used as clapbacks and like sassy little remarks. They're like, the community notes are turning into memes. And before community notes were used, you just looked at the replies to a tweet and saw people refuting it. It's
Meaning like you were asking more of the actual engagement between you and your audience to know that you had to go down through the comments to actually find the truth, whereas now you just look to the note.
We didn't need to dumb it down like that. And the fact that there were contradicting pieces of information all over the place meant that you go down your timeline and continue reading until you get some amalgamation of what's actually going on. If you have more than 2 brain cells, right?
Well, do you think
crazy take?
Well, no, I don't think it's crazy, and I think that there's probably substance to it. But do you think that this system is better than the fact checkers?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
But why do we need either one? That's my question.
I'm not sure that we do, but I do think that considering the fact that I think that this is come a long way from, approved messaging from the establishment, which is what fact checkers were. I mean, Mark Zuckerberg was saying that they're unquestionably ideological, and that they had a specific motivation, and they were telling him that things that were obviously true, that he knew were true. He was saying they were saying things. They're like, no, you have to take this down, and this isn't true and stuff. And if that's what fact checkers are doing, then that flies in the face of everything the old man said.
Well, let me ask you this though: to what point do you think this is? He's shifting really just his business model, because Elon's crushing it on X.
Yes.
And he's just trying to catch up. And it's just a shift in the business model. His mind, his mentality, I'm sure, has not changed one way or the other. But it's just.
But I mean, fair enough. But
which is good. I'm
do we believe that Mark Zuckerberg just woke up on the right side of the bed one day and was like, I was wrong about everything?
No,
The whole point is that once you realize that there's a better business model out there that flies in the face of everything that's been going on for the last 8 to 10 years, the idea is you financially encourage it for them.
Right,
Because the best way to get somebody to believe what you believe, if you, or help them see the truth, is to make it financially beneficial for them if we're talking in the business market, because that's what they're looking to do. They want to make money and they want to continue growing their business.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Culture War podcast. We're live every Friday, 10 a.m. to noon, so subscribe and come hang out.